Welcome in, everybody, to a new episode of the DNVR Rapids podcast. And we are presented, as always, by the homies at Evoca TV. I'm your host, Mitchell Carroll, and I am joined by, we got the gang back together, baby. It's been a week. You guys weren't on postgame. Yahya wasn't on postgame. Duane wasn't on postgame. We're back, baby. Let's go.
Back in
Yahya, producer, my guy. How are you? A year older than the last time you saw him.
I think I was a year older at that point too, just officially a year older. I don't think that's how time works, but
that's true.
I'm chilling and having fun, man. It feels good.
Good.
It feels good to be back on the pod.
I'm stoked you're back on the pod for sure. Also joined by live from someone else's office. We're joined by downtown Duane Brown. Dude, your dogs are going off, bro.
They're fighting over
what is going on at Yaya's house?
They're literally fighting over the same toy, and I'm like, there's literally 5 other toys right next to you guys.
They're fighting over who gets to introduce Duane Brown. Well, guess what? I get to. It is the Duane Brown. What's up, bud?
It's me. Oh man, I've been looking forward to this all day long. It's been a long day designing for All City and DNVR and CHGO, and I am ready to talk some soccer.
Yes, sir. We got a nice little show here. We're not going to get totally in the weeds on the Rapids. It is an off week with the international break and all, but we are going to kind of say, what can we see for over these next couple games to make it feel like a strong ending to the season? We're going to talk a little Sammy Vines, starting American wingback, defensive back, perhaps the savior of the 2022 World Cup? Maybe. Stay tuned to find out. And then we're going to get into we have a designer on the show. So
let's talk design.
We're going to finally break down the kits that everyone hates, the U.S. men's national team kits for this World Cup cycle. And we're gonna get into it. But first, let's talk about the season. Obviously, coming off the destructive loss against Galaxy in LA on Saturday night, did not mathematically eliminate because enough things happened the correct way for the Rapids that it kept them alive, even though literally everything happened that would have put them right in the thick of a playoff chase. They are less than 1% probability to make the playoffs. So we're going to go ahead and say that barring the miracle of miracles, we're looking at these last 2 games without playoffs on the line. So how do you finish strong when the playoffs are no longer an option?
I think
either one of you have a burning take to get off on that?
Yes, I do. Only way to finish strong is to start your bench and see what you have.
Start your bench. So you're gonna say, okay. I mean, I agree with you, but you're saying Rubio's goal record doesn't matter. Giassi hitting double digits doesn't matter. Guys that are in contract years and whether or not you want to keep them doesn't matter.
I think you've seen enough of everybody in the contract years where it doesn't matter. You've had all year to look at them. Sure. I think the only one that matters out of those 3 is maybe Rubio, and that's because you want to have a good stat for your day. You know what I mean? At the end of the season, you want to say that it wasn't a waste. You had a top tier player on your squad. But I think besides that, it's the Rapids are basically done for. There's nothing they don't hold their own faith anymore, and it takes like something crazy for them to get in. I think it's time for them to just start looking at their full squad, maybe bring up some of the Rapids 2 players, see if there's anything there, and then go from there.
I agree, and I think there's enough interesting pieces on the bench too that you're not necessarily going to put out a bad product because whatever you put out can't be worse than half of these games we've seen over the last 2 months that were just beat downs. So like how bad, what's the worst thing that could happen by starting this bench unit besides losing by a lot, which is what everyone's used to anyways. Right. So like go for it.
Yeah. And again, it's not starting the whole bench. I just kind of say that like,
but it's like starting Gus, starting Max,
exactly.
starting Ralph's, like getting Yappy out there for longer than 30 minutes at a time.
Start like putting them in like certain spots. Maybe you keep Jonathan Lewis out there, but you take a look at maybe you give Zardes a half off and you play Yappy the other half. Maybe you give you tell Lawless that he's off a game, or you tell Wilson he's off a game.
Yeah.
Little things Wilson, like that, you know? Yeah, like exactly. You just kind of maybe you give Lucas or Keegan a break, and you say, let's give Markinich a chance to get out there. Maybe you start looking at players like Aguirre out in Rapids 2. You start looking.
I don't know if he's eligible.
I think he has to be like signed, but again,
But if you can, definitely, he's dope.
So I think that's kind of where you have to start looking at a little bit more. So you can actually see what you have for next season, because I think the preseason isn't going to be enough to decide the squad next year.
Right. Duane, what about you, bud? How do you walk away from these last couple games feeling positive?
I'm good, man. Like I already feel good. I'm excited for next season already.
Sick.
So,
all right, we're done with the pod.
Yeah,
cool. Wrap it up.
I'm just ready to see all the injuries done and see what everybody has. And we knew that wasn't going to happen for a lot of players this season. But I mean, hey, man, for the last two, for me, like October 1st, that's the last home game. So I want to see all the fan favorites on the pitch.
Ralph. You mean Ralph?
So, well, I want to see Rubio, and I want to see Price, and I want to see everybody out there. Give the fans a last chance to see.
Yeah, Captain Jack has to play for sure.
Yeah, like I want to see everybody play. I mean, I would love to see Rubio break the record. I think that's going to be tough versus the next two teams that we're playing. But dude, what a finish that would be to not just break the record, but to pull. I mean, he needs 4. We still 4 back?
He needs 3 to set the record, 2 to tie it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 3.
Yeah. So
okay, let's go. That's even better.
Number.
Yeah. So
it's not crazy.
Let's go, man. Like, I want those 3 goals, and
I think you have to give him 90 at home.
I want to see.
Yeah, you have to give Rubio 90. Have to.
Broken. Let's do it. Like I need Rubio in for every minute, both games, to make it happen. So
B-Ray says Hattie versus Dallas. I love that. Give me that.
Oh,
could you imagine?
I was about to say I'd love for him to get it at home. I wish the games were flipped so he could get to this game. And then the last week at home, sub him off with 10 minutes left and let him get that standing ovation that he much deserves.
He'll get it either way. He's had a hell of a season. I mean, you guys kind of combined for what my way to finish strong is. But honestly, my finish strong is win one of these games. Right? Win at home, at least. Like win at home. Beat Dallas at home. Good home team. Jack's back. Frazier already said he wants to, as long as they're not mathematically eliminated, they're going to put out their best 11 possible. I mean, he thinks is their best FC 11
Dallas,
possible.
So do a favor for Duane. For your buddy.
Yeah, Duane is
I loathe FC
Dallas hater.
I am.
To be honest, though, I'd rather them win against Austin than Dallas because it's on the road. I want to see one more road victory.
Sure. I mean, a win. I also think they have a really good chance to beat Austin because based on this, on this next match week, their spot could be completely locked regardless of the result. Right. So, especially if we beat Dallas. I don't know. I think I just would love to see a good home game, like a good 3-1, 4-1. They haven't. Okay, they've only scored 4 goals at home once this season. That was the Minnesota game after the Red Bull game, right? The gnarly goal scoring streak that they went on, go score 4 goals, go score 5 goals. Like good, like put up some like have the let the like do not make us grind out a 2-1 stressor where the other team is just pouring chances on at the end. Like let's have some fun. Let's have the dick rocking. Let's have C38 jumping around all game, shirts ripped off and waving in the wind. Like let's just give the fans that, because at this Rapids home team, because there's 2 versions, the home version I think is better than Dallas.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree with that. I can't. I think it's also going to be exciting to see Jesus Ferreira out there. I want to see what who marks him and what kind of happens out there, like who's on him. I kind of want to see whoever's marking him, whoever is going to have the responsibility of keeping him at bay. To show
it has to be
like,
Keegan at this point, right?
Yeah, the thing is,
Keegan or Gus?
It should be Keegan, but I think the responsibility should fall either on Wilson or Lawless. I think Lawless can't play. Did he get a yellow last game?
Yeah, Lawless is playing 10-1.
So Lawless isn't playing, so it should be I think it should either be Wilson or Vazquez, and it should just be to see what happens when we put you against elite talent.
Well, if Frazier is truly in on the starting everybody, I bet you it's Keegan inside, Beta outside. So Keegan definitely, if he is one of the 2 center backs, Keegan will absolutely be on Ferreira a lot.
I hate that so much, and not because of Keegan or Beta. I don't think neither of them are bad at that position. I'm just a strong believer at you play the players at their strongest positions.
Sure.
I'm a big believer of that.
I think that just says a lot more about where Gus is at versus where Keegan is at as a center back.
Oh, I believe that 100%. I'm a big Gus guy. We drive the Gus bus in this pod. How about you, Duane? Who would you rather see as center back, Keegan or Gus?
I'm going Keegan.
Let's go, Keegan Rocket time. Let's go. Blast off, baby.
After that,
give me that.
Like that, just rocket goal. I want to see him blast another one from outside. So, and I think he's earned it. Dude's has like undercover had a great season. So I don't want to see him on the bench.
I think he would still play. I think he'd just play right back.
Right, it's just a matter of whether he's outside.
Oh, okay. You're just saying position wise.
Yeah. Which one would you rather?
I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter to me then. Yeah. Whatever.
More likely to get a Keegan Rocket if he's an outside back.
Yeah, let's put him on the outside. Yeah, we'll go Gus inside. I'm good for center back there.
I'd love to see Gus. I want to see Gus. I want to see Max start up top opposite Lewis. That is what I want to see at home. I want to see Max in attack. Give me 60 minutes of him at right wing. We don't need to see Mikey. We definitely don't need to see Sam. Sorry, Sam. You're a great dude, but sorry.
I'd love to flip Lewis to the right side and keep Max on the left. I feel like that's where he's more.
I don't care. Yeah, whatever.
And I really do think that Jonathan Lewis is just like super versatile.
Decision is made.
Stamped. Done.
So I just wanted to let you know, Frazier, I know you listen. If you ever need an assistant coach, we have Mitch right
Shout
here.
out. Hey,
Mitch will immediately assistant coach you whenever you need.
You know who also needs, you know what? The role that everyone is saying that Hackett needs on the Broncos, I will do that for Frazier.
Time management?
Yeah. Hey, coach, 5 minutes left. Hey, coach, 4 minutes left. Hey, coach.
$100K a year just talking and telling them how much left is on the clock.
Yeah. I mean, hey, someone's got to do it. And I can be that. I volunteer as tribute. I don't know. I just hope this game's fun, and we'll dig into it a lot more, closer once we kind of see injury stuff and sort of what next week looks like. We get out to practice. It could be, we'll definitely have a Dallas focused show, but you guys hadn't talked Rapids in a week on air, so I think it's good. We're going to go from Rapids, though. We're going to jump into a former Rapid, Mr. Sammy Vines, who's been just balling at Royal Antwerp in Belgium. He's played every minute of the season last I checked. I don't know if the last game he played them all, but he's been basically their Iron Man. They are top of the league by at least 5 points last I saw. Again, I don't know if they had another match day since, but he is a key piece to Just a dominating team right now. Berhalter noticed he is getting the start tomorrow morning in a friendly against Japan. I think they're playing in Frankfurt. They're playing in Germany somewhere.
Germany.
Yeah. I forget which stadium they're at, but they're in Germany. It's 6:25 a.m. kick. ESPN2. I will be tweeting through it because I'm a sicko and like waking up early for soccer. But what a good way to start the day. Sammy, I mean, what are you I know Yaya is like the Sammy Vines guy on this podcast for sure. He is a big Sammy guy. What are your thoughts of him getting that spot?
Dude, again, I hate how good he is because he plays for USMNT. But dude is an absolute baller. Like, he's a homegrown kid. He's from Colorado Springs. He played his whole life here in Colorado. He went out to Antwerp. He had a couple rough, I want to say, first season out there. He broke his collarbone, really couldn't do much. But what Sammy Vines has done, man, it's incredible. Dude is an absolute baller. I think he's going to make the jump to a top 5 league in the next year or two. He brings, he does everything that Lucas does, but better.
More and technically without the skilled. Emotional off the rack craziness.
Even Kale, you basically with Sammy Vines, if you want to put it in like Rapids perspective, if you didn't watch him last year or the year before, he is Keegan and Lucas combined.
He's an emotionally stable Lucas.
Exactly. Like it's Keegan and Lucas combined, man. Because like Keegan is like even keel, always knows what's happening, and that's how Sammy Vines is. But Sammy Vines has the skill of Lucas, where he can cut in, take the shot. He I think was a bigger loss than anybody the last 2 years for the Rapids. He is just an absolute baller, man. The things he does with the ball in that position, it's like, it's not, how do I put this? It's not rare, but it is elite.
Correct. Yeah, there's not. Yeah, he doesn't have like one thing that you say is better than, than anyone else. He doesn't have like, like Anthony level ball skills, or like he's not going to jump over anybody. What?
You would say Anthony.
Oh, come on, we're talking ball skills. Who else? He dribbles like nobody else.
Neymar.
Okay, yeah, Neymar too, but whatever.
But he's not a Man U guy, so
yeah, exactly. But he doesn't have any one specific thing that you're like, whoa, everyone in the world's watching Sammy Vines tape to see this. But what he does well. Doesn't have weaknesses. Pacey, plays well within the flow of the offense. I'm so excited to watch him. I'm so excited because honestly, especially with this men's national team, midfield set, locked, right? I mean, you might want to rotate a couple pieces in to see. Same thing with the attack, but for the most part, there's no questions up there, right? Like, the talent you have. That back line is questionable with injuries and sort of just not having the depth that the other position groups do. And he can really, I mean, like, if he shows out in this game, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't keep starting through the cup at all. I don't know what, like, that's the hole in the roster, and he can fill it with a strong showing tomorrow, and he gets the start.
Yeah, all the way. How do you feel about it, Duane?
He's one of my favorite Rapids of all time. And I knew the first season he was on, we were going to lose him quickly. Yeah. So, I loved watching him play here, especially where I sit, just again, coming down and getting to watch a whole half of just him dominate dudes.
Let's go.
And that's the thing, I think you really hit it, is like, it's not that there's one thing that's off the charts. It's that everything is way above average. Like, he is a complete player. He's not a player that you ever worry about. It's like, oh no, someone's coming down and there's, Sammy's there, so it doesn't matter, So he's just a complete dude, and I will be in the car most of that time tomorrow, so I'm bummed I don't get to see it. But he is, he's awesome. I really feel like he's going to make the squad. With Anthony's, ankle situation, who knows?
I mean, I don't think there's any way he doesn't make the squad. It's just a question of starting at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
But even,
sure.
even starting, I'm fine with him not starting. I just want him on the team. And if he needs to come off the bench, cool. Obviously I'd love to see him start, but
yeah,
I'm fine either way with that.
Who I'm really happy for with Sammy Vines getting the start?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Richard Fleming.
That's what I was going to say.
I wasn't going to say that. Shout out Richard Fleming, though. He only
Imagine Sammy Vines starting on a Black Friday against England. Where will Richard be?
Yeah,
no, it's the day before Thanksgiving. It's the day before Thanksgiving.
I thought it was Black Friday.
No, it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Either way, I am happy for our guy in the comments there, Joseph Samuelson. He gets to rock his USMNT Sammy Vines jersey tomorrow while he's starting. And good for Joseph. I'm happy.
Do you think he's gonna sleep in it, or is he gonna wear it as soon as he gets up?
Has it all laid out the next day, like first day of school vibes?
B-Ray's saying it is Black Friday.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
I thought it was the day before Thanksgiving.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I thought it was the 25th.
All right, well, what do I know about anything?
Yeah, you just have a soccer podcast. No worries.
Calendars and schedules.
Yeah. No worries. No worries. Why would you research soccer?
Schedule nerds.
Yeah.
I think Sammy Vines is gonna get that starting job.
Pull up that Joseph comment right there. That's a stat, dude.
Let's go, Sammy, dude.
Of course, that is men's World
team.
Cup.
Yes,
men's team. Because
okay, Joseph, are you gonna sleep in it, or are you gonna wake up and put it on the next day?
Oh yeah, B-Ray, to answer B-Ray's question there. Yes, we are gonna have every game on. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have watch parties. We'll be doing watch-alongs. We'll be doing post-game shows. We'll be doing our weekly show. It's going to be DNVR FC up in here hard, the DNVR World Cup show. All of us featured cast of DNVR faces and all City Network faces will be in there. It's going to be, damn, Joseph, you went authentic on that. You spent the extra like $100. That's insane.
Why would you do that? Just go to the flea market and buy a knockoff for $30.
Yeah, man, that is wild.
Joseph, you are a what you want, buddy.
Joseph, you are a true sicko. True sicko. But yeah, come down to the DNVR, man. We're blowing this World Cup out. It's going to be insanely fun. So definitely come on in. And with that, we are going to talk jerseys. We're going to talk design with the design sensation himself, downtown Duane Brown. But first, we have to talk about the homies at Evoca TV. They're the homies. Yahya knows it. Yahya knows them. He watches TV on Evoca all the time. He probably has it on right now as we speak. He can probably look up like he does from the screen. You can tell when something's on TV.
I do.
And he's watching it.
I'm watching Univision right now.
Univision, what's on?
Novelas.
Love it.
I don't know which one it is. I just know it's on.
Let's go. Love that. Here's the thing about Evoca TV. They are the GOAT in Colorado sports programming. I haven't pulled up my ad copy, so I'm kind of just trying to remember this off the top of my head right now. But that means that they are the greatest of all television. You have Altitude on there. Altitude. You know that we're a month from the first Nuggets game.
An Avalanche game too.
And Avalanche. Like,
also, yes.
Like right there. Like we are right there. It is time. AT&T Sportsnet, we only have like 10 days of Rockies left. Like that's it. Season's over next week. Just like that. So if you're a Rockies-man, hurry up. Sign up for Ibaka. Catch the end of the season. I think they have 8 straight against the Dodgers or something easy like that, you know. You also get NFL Network. You get the most regional content for the lowest price for sports in Colorado, all in crystal clear HD while using less bandwidth. You enjoy over 60 entertainment channels, including news, movies, and more, including Univision, of course. You can turn your home into the ultimate game viewing zone. You can even stream your teams from your phone, laptop, or tablet when you're on the go. You can also add on a discounted Sling TV bundle to get ESPN and more. Vodka is only $25 a month plus a $5 receiver fee. Right now, Colorado sports fans get $10 off per month for your first 3 months. To score this deal, go to evoca.tv/Colorado10. That's evoca.tv/Colorado10. No contracts, no catches. Evoca is TV made for champions of the remote control.
Ivaca's goated.
Evoca is goated.
It's straight just up. Too good for everybody.
Straight up. If you don't have Evoca, you stink.
They do.
How
stink.
about that?
That's the new tag. That's the new tag.
Sign me up for ad copy work. I'm available. I got time. It's easy. All right. So we have that graphic ready with the ones we just released. The long-awaited, anticipated men's national team jerseys were released.
They're so bad.
Looking like I'll let Duane say what the one on with the home kit looks like. Duane, lead us through this. Duane, lead us through this.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's just go through the jersey first, and then we'll get into it, I guess. All right. So
look, I have what I have, B-Ray. All right, whatever, dude.
Yeah, Nike released this the World Cup jerseys for Team USA, and what we got is primary kit is a pretty much white shirt. It's a white shirt. It's got a couple of strange hockey-shaped stripes on the sleeves to pull in the blue and red from the team.
I don't mind the sleeve stripes. I don't mind those sleeve stripes.
Okay.
You know what this reminds me of a lot, but the more I look at it, a rugby kit.
I can see that.
It's closer to hockey. We'll get into that. Anyway, so and they moved with they moved the crest to the center, which I'm not a fan of for multiple reasons. We'll get into that as well. I just want to cover the kit or the shirt first.
Duane hates the U.S. Confirmed.
So I love USA soccer. I will get into what I think about it. I'm really holding this back here. Yeah, and then there's this blue thing under the collar, and I honestly don't even know how to describe it.
Yes, you do. You described it to me. You showed me a picture of what it looks like.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll share that once we break it down on it. I'm just kind of covering the pieces. And then the away kit is
well, no, let's stay on that kit. Let's talk about it.
Okay, you want to break it down? Okay.
Yeah, but let's break it down. Yeah, don't worry, man. We got time.
Let's break it down on the home kit first. So this thing is super duper boring. What a sucky jersey. And this,
I think boring is ultimately fine.
No,
just my opinion.
It's boring and it sucks. This thing sucks.
Canada's is boring and plain, but it's good. This one's boring and bad.
This is boring and bad. Yeah,
I think it's fine. That's it's not good.
It's not fine in my book. So let me read what Nike said about this jersey. Okay.
Well, Duane, that's why I'm an ad copywriter and you're a designer, obviously.
So all right, I'm gonna read what Nike said, and this is what Nike said in their press release. I want you to get that.
Yeah.
That you don't need to pull the jersey up, because we just had it up for a few minutes. So just get that jersey in your mind, all of the colors that it had in it, and just really let that sit in your head.
Okay.
And then listen to what Nike said in their press release. Nike said they were, quote, designed to inspire unity, symbolize diversity, and celebrate Nike and U.S. soccer's commitment to expanding the game for the next generation on and off the pitch. The uniforms will be worn by both national teams as part of the Federation's belief in one nation, one team. Through a bold and vibrant reimagined design, the new USA uniforms serve as a symbol of pride for team and country, representing diversity and togetherness, values that unite the country.
I see it.
Nike is in the wrong business, man. Just be speech writers.
I see
folks,
it.
Let me tell you what inspires the concept of diversity. A plain white shirt.
There's
wow.
There's 5 stripes on it. There's 5 stripes on it. There's 5 whole stripes.
Look at me, man. I'm already wearing the US kit, the prototype right now. I inspire diversity with my white shirt.
Yeah. So this thing is described as bold, vibrant, and a symbol of diversity, which is a fail on all 3 accounts.
Can you pull it up again, Yahir?
I'll pull it up. We'll see how ugly it looks again.
It's just,
I don't hate it.
It's not that it's ugly. I don't think it's an ugly shirt. I just think it sucks. Like, it's just very lame. The United States has a flag that is very unique in the world, where a lot of countries just have a rectangle split evenly between 3 color bars. Sure. Like the United States has a weird shape.
Stars and bars, baby.
It's got a smaller rectangle in blue. It's got stars. It's got stripes. There's so many elements to use within the United States flag. And this jersey does not use any of those. And that's like one of the major fails of this. We missed a World Cup, and now we're coming with this action-packed, like, youngest team in the entire World Cup that's bringing this young energy, and we give them a dad shirt. Like, yes,
Duane, can I tell you what I think would fix it? Can I tell you? Without a full redo, just a fix. Just a fix.
Tell me what you got. I bet I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Instead of the dumb thing, which you didn't say, I've been setting you up 3 times now.
I'm going to get to it.
You do the blue, just blue collar and blue around the bottom and blue and red where they are on the shoulders. And you move the crest to here, off to the left. And then you're fixed. And then it's fine. And then, yes, it's not the most creative thing, but it's also fine.
Yeah, I agree with that. But again, Duane is saying that there's so many countries out there that have such a plain flag. Mexico is one of them. And they were able to take out 2 fire jerseys, in my opinion.
And a snake.
I think, yeah, but they don't use that often. They just leave the crest there. But even they weren't able to mess this up. Canada made theirs nice and plain. They kept the exact same one, and it looks great. They kept it nice and simple.
Sure.
The U.S. went simple the wrong way.
Yeah, they failed the wrong way.
It,
like, you know how
I don't mind the simplicity of it. I don't mind the simplicity. It's just not well done, in my opinion.
You know how all companies change their logo to just like the most basic ass Microsoft Word font, and there's no design to it. That's blanding. That's what the U.S. did with these. Hey, thanks, Dustin. Appreciate you, dude.
Thank you, Dustin.
And they do suck.
All right, now throw up the jersey one more time.
What Mitch has been alluding to, the top of this.
Set you up twice for it.
I know. It's just there's a lot to cover before we get there. So, hey, Yaya, if you can change the camera back to us. Oh, it's the USA jersey. There we go.
Who's gonna be the most Pillsbury looking man out there for the US?
Is Michael Bradley on the roster?
That would be a really good choice.
So,
with his bald ass.
Anyway, I think so. As much as I think this jersey sucks, and I think it sucks for all kinds of reasons. One, it doesn't capture the spirit of this brand new team, young energy team.
Sorry, keep going.
Yes, it is.
You know, I think we fail on that. I think it fails to, bring in any sort of like, USA spirit.
England's are worse in that respect.
It's just a big fail for me. I do want to say that this is likely. So as everyone's just like, man, these designers suck. I'm willing to bet there were some very good designs for this. But what happens in the design world? And hang on, let's get to this Joseph thing because I'm distracted now.
Oh, that Canada didn't believe in their chances to make the World Cup and didn't submit a request for a World Cup kit to Nike before qualifying. That's why they're playing in the same one. Yeah,
I think they've had like the same kit for the last. This will be the third in a row, I think. Pretty close,
Logan's right. That is a massive L for Canada. What an L to take.
Yeah.
Also, because Canada might have the second best squad in all of CONCACAF, which is
I
why don't you believe in your guys? I think they're better than Mexico. U.S. I think it's U.S., Canada, and Mexico.
My guy.
I love Mexico, but I'm also a realist. Like, I know what's out there.
We're going to do a show on all of it closer to World Cup. We'll get into all the.
We're doing a ton of World Cup stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to cover all the other jerseys too that are worth talking about, good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
But we're just focusing on our kit today. But here's the thing to remember is that there were probably lots of designs submitted for this. And when you are working as a designer, both for a large corporation like Nike and then also Team USA, there are a lot of execs that get in the way and ruin things with their own ideas. And my guess is that's what happened. I don't think this was a design choice. I think that this was a design by committee, and it was killed by committee is what happened to this thing.
Isn't it kind of like where they roll out a bunch of different templates that they try and get like league clubs to buy, like, you know, not country teams, but club teams to like put their colors into. And so like showing this one out.
I mean, I don't know about I don't think so for the design. Like, I mean, the one cool thing about Nike is
it's really stylized. You pulled up, it has that. That's like not been on any kits. The weird Stay Puft.
Yeah, and there's
stripe.
a few teams.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could do that if you throw that on a Premier League club, right? You have their primary color, their secondary color for the chest piece and the top stripe on the sleeves, and then their third on the
yeah, and I agree, like that's a good template to follow. I feel like it's a template that like could work, but it just doesn't work for a World Cup. Especially for the US especially after you missed the last World Cup. That little collar thing that Duane keeps talking about in the crest right in the middle, it looks like it's a unibrow and then just one big eye. Like it really like just the placement of these things, like if you take them individually, they might look good. But just for how they added all these things together, it doesn't work for the kit.
Well, and I think where you can really tell that I don't think that this was thought through, and maybe this is where execs got in the way. I don't know. But the crest being in the middle bugs me more than anything. It bugs me more than anything else on this entire shirt. And for multiple reasons. The first reason is obvious when you look at the women's shirt. That just looks so stupid. And they didn't think about the returning champion coming out, and it was just like, oh yeah, we have to put that here's the badge for the returning, the returning champions. So I guess just put it on there somewhere. Anyway, it's just that's the obvious one. But also, again, like I look at these things so much as like, how does it represent the culture? How does it give a nod to the excitement of the country, or the tradition? And this does none of that. But even just at a basic, strip all of that away and get down to like soccer shirt and the excitement from a soccer shirt. Every player who's going to pose with that shirt or score a goal is going to grab his or her jersey and do what?
Kiss it.
They're going to kiss it. And they're going to grab where the crest is. And America is not going to be able to do that because they put it in such a dumb place. And like, to me, that is such like an obvious
It looks like they didn't have the people who design soccer kits design this one because it's for the World Cup. They brought in they made a team of designers that included some soccer designers, but brought in other people because we're Nike. We have when you men's World Cup kit, better bring in a whole team instead of just letting the people who do it all the time do it. Is what it feels like.
Yeah, I don't think it was a whole bunch of designers. I think it was the usual design team, but I think everybody who's not designers got into the decision-making process, and that's where it messed up. I don't know, because obviously I don't work at Nike, and I don't know how they do their things. There are some cool things about Nike that you kind of alluded to, in that the difference between Nike and Adidas and stuff is that Nike came out with a jersey setup that is made of all these different parts that can be swapped in and out. So a collar, a V-neck, a round neck, that weird thing that's on ours, shorter sleeve, longer sleeve. All of these things can be basically plug and play. You can build the parts and pieces so that every team does not have the same exact jersey. Some can have collars, some can have no collars but the button, some can have V-necks, some can have crew necks. And that's the really cool thing that Nike did. So that the actual jersey itself, the structure, can be different for each team versus Adidas. The designs are going to be different, but the shirt looks the same. It's just printed differently, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the cool thing that Nike did. And I think that's super cool. Obviously, where it falls apart is that outside of this really neat, functional, tactile piece, they forgot about the design part, And again, I'm not putting it on the designers, because
it sounds like you're blaming the designers.
As a designer, I have done good designs for all kinds of clients and companies, and they get ruined.
Okay, in the interest of time, let's move on to this blue kit.
The one thing I really hate about the crest real quick, about that US kit, is that the crest is supposed to be on the left side, because that's where your heart is. You're supposed to play for the World Cup with your heart. You're supposed to, it's representing your country. It's about loving your country.
Yeah, and that total fail.
Yeah, that's what the crest is always on the left.
That is by far the biggest miss. Even more than the Stay Puft stripe, all of it. Yeah, the worst thing is the crest.
Yeah, you're supposed to bleed for your country. That's what it's supposed to represent on the left side of the crest.
Yes,
and not having it there is just a major fail. Because what are you going to look at the middle of your heart for? Your chest cavity? That's not. You have nothing there. There's not the symbolism behind the crest just kind of sucks.
Well, even in one of the promo pics, one of the players is pulling it up to kiss it, and he's grabbing to the left, and it looks weird. So, yeah, totally with you, Yaya. That to me is the worst part of this jersey. To me, is that crest placement.
All right, go ahead and pull up the next kit.
Talk about the blue one,
because I think the blues. I just want. I think that and showing that Sammy was wearing it in that graphic. I like this kit. Tell me that's not a nice looking kit. It's gonna look great in action. I think
it's a warm up shirt, man.
I love it. I love it.
Nah, it's.
I love the tie dye. I do love the tie.
I love it.
I wish that it had a white kind of a little a white stripe around the sleeves, at the bottom and at the bottom of the shirt as well, and on the collar.
Yeah, that would be dope.
A little bit more, just kind of make it more distinguishable. But just having the tie dye like that does make it look just like a training kit.
I think it's sick.
It's a training kit, and I don't like tie
dye.
What?
I know.
This is a pro tie dye podcast.
Yeah, he's from the East Coast. That's why.
I'm not a tie dye.
Well, you're wrong.
East Coast people don't like tie dye.
And I love Mitch to death, but he would be heartbroken if he heard some of my opinions about music for bands that wear a lot of tie dye.
You don't like the Grateful Dead? You're gonna hurt Joseph's feelings more than mine. So go ahead. Our most faithful commenter listener, you're gonna hurt them.
I've never heard the Grateful Dead, so I have no opinion on this.
That's not true. You have, and you just don't know it. Anyways, but this is a different podcast. That's a different podcast.
I grew up in a different.
It's a whole different podcast. So no. There are songs that you've heard in TV and commercials and stuff that you just don't realize are it. Doesn't matter. We're moving on. Let's just really quick though. The women's one, the crest being forced next. It's so
awful.
They should have put that on the sleeve.
The champs.
Keep it fine.
It's so
honestly.
bad.
It's
They ruined
awful.
it. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
And the thing is, like, you want your players to come out like pumped up, and like
I mean, they're the most successful team
several
America has.
Several of the players have voiced their opinions on this thing, and it's not something that they're going to run out and be proud to wear.
What
They'll
thing I
be
do
proud
like
to be in
about
the World Cup, but
Yeah.
they're not going to be jazzed about what they're wearing.
one thing I really do like about the women's one is the number, though. I wish the men's one had the number.
Me too.
Yeah, I really like the women's number. I think that would also make the U.S. men's kit look better.
Me too.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
anyway.
All right. So we're going to
That's
move on.
Jersey. Let's hope that this is. Let's hope that Nike pays attention and is listening. And when we're hosting next time, we have the most badass shirts we've ever seen. And
What would you rate, not the kit, the collection, on a scale of 1 to 5 stars and bars?
this collection? You mean this year's?
Mhm.
That it's a 1. I'd rank it lower if I could.
1 star and bar?
Yeah, I'd give it 0. I'd give it 0.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
these
It
are
really
the
is.
13
It
colonies
really is.
before becoming the U.S. That's what that kit represents.
Wow.
It's
Shots from Yaya. All right. So we went out. Now let's talk about fun kits, the kits that everyone actually
Yay!
likes. Because Duane,
Sound
likes
off
to
in the
like
comments. What's
kits.
your favorite US?
yeah, go ahead and start dropping your favorite kits you've seen. We already saw one from Joseph. So we're going to go ahead and put up our favorites. Who's first?
You're first.
I'm first. Well, I'm just,
I've got some weird sun coming through.
man. Yeah, you look good.
Yeah, you're glowing, man.
Golden
It's
hour, baby.
There
Yeah.
we go. Me and Mitch know.
that's what
Okay.
that's what we're looking for. If we're
Coming
getting
through
the right
Kate's
shot,
phone.
it's that. Number one, hands down, best men's national team jersey ever is the 2012 Waldo kit. Period. End of story. It's not even a discussion. It is probably my favorite soccer kit ever. And I have tried to find a 2X that isn't $250 on eBay forever and ever, and I want one so bad. So if you see one, holler at your boy one time. But it is my favorite kit, period, ever. It's so sick, and I want one so bad. And if you find a Jermaine's, holler one time.
There's actually a really good one, surprisingly, from the U.S.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
I love this. I love this one so much. And it looks even
perfect.
better. It looks even
It's
better
perfect.
with the numbers on it.
Yeah,
It's
it does.
perfect.
Those stripes with the square on it. And
Yeah, right in the middle, those two stripes, the two reds right there get broken up.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's good.
It's
one of
great.
their best kits for sure.
This jersey, I honestly
That screams America to me.
Yes, to me, this could be like if we were Brazil and never changed, just slight modifications. This would be it for me.
Do you think they should have done a, similar to like France's last jersey, one like the corresponding kit, all blue with just like tiny little stars? You know how France almost had like the polka dotty looking pattern on their last round of kits, something like that to match the stripes, and then you go dark with just the tiny, not big, garish looking stars, but just a tiny little pattern that almost looks like barely tiny little dots on the blue.
Yeah, I think we had one of those, didn't we?
Not like I'm thinking where it's like the whole pattern.
Yeah,
Maybe I missed it, but anyways, that's what I just think the Waldos are perfect. Straight up.
Waldos are really good.
I love the Waldos. This was hard for me because Mitch's and mine were my two favorites.
No one picked my backup. Is that right, Duane?
I don't remember your backup. Well, you have to hold it.
Yeah, all right. Honorable mentions will come after. All right, who's up next, Yaya?
It's me, actually.
Yaya's
Ooh, there it is.
I went with the
1994s.
Dude, I love the 1994 denim for the uniqueness and how they kind of actually made it work. It's not the prettiest thing out there, but I think it's like really well representative of the time and era of the US in the 90s, like the whole denim craze. And I just really enjoy them. I think I love seeing Marcelo play in these. Like whenever I watch highlights and he's wearing this with his mullet, I think it's one of the best kits out there for the US, just for the way it actually represented the US in that time era and who they were.
You guys want to see something dope?
Yes.
Throw it back on me. You ready for this?
Ooh. A lot of cello? Most overrated
Captain
player in
America,
CONCACAF.
baby.
The most overrated player in CONCACAF for sure.
I'm not even sure he was born yet.
No.
He wasn't.
I don't think
For
he was.
sure he wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
No. I don't care. This is sick.
My hatred for Pulisic is very well stated.
Well, it's also incorrect. So anyways,
It's not
moving on.
incorrect.
Duane, what is your favorite men's national team kit?
A very recent pick with the Gold Cup kits.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
I love these so much. They're reminiscent. They've got a little bit of a nod to the Waldo with the horizontal stripes, which I think these hoops should be on every U.S. World Cup kit. Whether it's the Waldos or this, I think the home should always have hoops of some sort in red. Whether it's with blue or white, I don't really care. But as a large man, I like the darker colors better.
Sure.
So this is why I like this one. And certainly not that current all white one. No chubby kids are buying that one. Anyway,
Yes,
I love that one. I love the dark stripes or hoops. And I love the stars coming down, not in a pattern, just in a stripe of stars down the sleeve. It's very Evel Knievel to me. There's just something just very bad Daredevil about it.
I love it.
Yeah, that's my favorite kit. It's going to be hard to create one that I'm going to like better than that one. And I love the Waldos too.
Yeah, for sure.
I would be super pumped to see the Waldos come back out.
The only ones we didn't, the one that I say could make that list, but didn't, and it was the one that B-Ray said, 2010 away, blue with the white sash.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
That was a great shirt. Absolutely. That was
one that I really enjoyed, from that whole era of 2002, 2003, was the kit that everybody had through Nike, which was your team color green or whatever, had your number and then in a circle. I thought the US one was really good in that. I thought the US one from 2002 where it was all white, their number and then just a circle around it. I love those kits for every country, but I love the US one specifically for that one.
Nike, if you're listening, here's what you got to do. Waldo's primary. Boom.
We need hoops. Yeah.
2010 away, blue with the stripe. That's your secondary. Boom. And then come up with just the wildest, most American thing you can do for your third. Real tree camo, baby. Let's go.
Camo?
Real tree camo. Real tree. It has to be real tree, baby. Let's go.
Is that the most American thing, though?
No, it'd be an eagle with a machine gun and a cheeseburger. It'd be the coolest thing ever.
You know what would be cool, though? Hear me out.
You should just do the in and out pattern.
The in and out, I think
the in and out cup,
American.
but just on the kit. Yeah, I mean it's white and red. Yeah, with some stripes and some
way more American than in and out though.
Too much yellow though.
As much as we make
red and yellow, that's China's colors, dude.
Camo's not even the color of the U.S. either. Tree colors.
But when I think of true Americans, they're wearing real tree camo, baby.
I know what your American shirt is. I don't know. I don't want to get into it. They're real Americans or not.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Oh God, that sounded terrible. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I take that back. I just love real tree camo so much. I take that back though, 100%. That was terrible. I'm so sorry. That does not represent the views of this podcast or DNVR at large. Oh my God, that was terrible. I did not mean that at all. That was the worst thing I've ever said.
They know that we're.
I think we know that.
Yeah, it was all in funny jokes. We know Mitch didn't mean it.
Oh my God! But a real tree camo kit would be sick, or even a warm up. Just give me the warm up in the real tree.
The warm up would be a better way to go.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Damn, that was bad.
Would you guys?
Jesus
would
Christ.
any of you guys be down for the Captain America, the actual Captain America suit to become a kit?
Yes.
I think it'd be dope. I think it'd be an awesome way to do it. Instead of the star, though, you put the number.
It's lazy. Awesome. It's lazy.
They were lazier doing this. I'd rather go with that.
I agree, and we don't like it.
I think a Captain America will.
No, come up. Don't rehash something that's, if you're gonna rehash something like the Waldo kit or something good.
But they haven't done a Captain America kit though.
Don't need it.
So it's not rehashing it.
It's not about Captain America. It's about the team, not about the dude.
Yeah, but it's America though.
Pulisic is Captain America, so checkmate. Dwayne.
He cannot touch Chris Evans.
I'm not against Christian Pulisic. You're talking about Yaya.
Yeah,
I
will fight. When we do our World Cup preview, I'm gonna fight this so hard.
I can't wait.
Here's one thing I will say as we're looking to the next shirt. As much as we make fun of putting an American eagle on it, I think that there are ways. Hear me out before you laugh. And I may make it just to shut both of you up.
I just love how you started the sentence though.
It's like a brown kit. It's a brown kit with a white collar and then a yellow triangle right here.
Everybody wears a beak.
Yeah.
Now, I think so. Look at, I don't mean to bring in another country because we're going to talk about those later. But you look at that Mexico kit that brought in elements that symbolize the country and the culture. You could do a ghosted kind of pattern of
eagle
or something that would not be in your face. Bullets. Be very toned down, that on a closer look could create something that would be very cool.
I think so.
Maybe I'll do it. Should I ever have to?
What about? Okay, and this is, I'm just getting off the rails here before we wrap it up. Okay. Think of those old fighter planes.
Yeah.
Where you have the little like shark mouth. Is there a way to make like a fighter plane kit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's been done already on baseball jerseys.
Yeah, well,
but soccer kits are so much better.
Yeah, baseball stinks.
See, I'm trying to think, what would be the most American thing that's not an eagle?
Cheeseburgers.
No, I mean like a legit thing, Mitch, not a thing that's like a common, like something that you could actually put on a kit.
Statue of Liberty.
I think a Liberty jersey would be cool, but the colors would be weird.
Yeah, that like rusted copper green, whatever that is.
You could do it a la New York Rangers,
What if you did a skyline?
They've got the Liberty jersey.
Imperialism. Well, what if it was like a skyline?
New York?
Of what?
Well, like just like I would love a skyline over skyline.
There's skylines in a ton of cities.
Yeah. But that's why
or countries
overlapping like skylines a little bit, like of the 3-4 major cities, I think would look dope.
What about what about most of America that does not live in a city?
That's not true. Like most Americans live in cities.
Yeah, even if it's a small
most of America is not cities.
Yeah, but people don't live in most of those places. It's just
it's pretty 50-50 in my opinion.
As someone who's been in all of the states,
population density in those places is down here.
So,
what? I just want to think like something that's not an eagle. Corn?
It's corn.
I'm really glad it was corn and not something else, man. I was like, that's why I said corn. I was about to say like something else. I was like, is it corn?
It is corn. That's about as American as it gets, baby.
It's the flag, man.
It has the
flag and using elements of the flag. Like that's what it is, and that's what it should have been.
What was the one the concept kit that came out that had, was it the Declaration of Independence? Like same color, like black on black, but had the Declaration written out. That would be pretty tight.
It's just like really hard for America because it is such a diverse place.
Yeah, it really is. That's the best part.
Yeah, but it's difficult to embody it in a kit. So I can see why they want to represent diversity with the blank white tee, because you get to write your own history, kind of.
Yeah, I do like that. Wow, yeah, that was poetic, my guy.
Yeah, like you get to write who you are because you see what you want from that kit. You're just under those colors. Mm-hmm. So I get what they try to do, this like as a philosophy kind of thing. It just didn't work the design.
Yeah,
you have to kind of like
trying to show diversity in America. Don't use the color white.
They don't. It's true.
Blue. Make
But
it
maybe-
blue. Don't make it white.
But the thing is, like,
That's
white
a really
represents
good
blank.
point. That's
It's a really good point. But white does represent blank, though. It does represent like
Yeah,
nothing,
you're right.
which
You're right.
also can be built up as something.
I don't
It's
think
like-
that jersey. I don't think that jersey was created based on that statement.
I don't think so
they
either.
released it and they said we need some marketing gibberish for this. Somebody write it.
No,
And-
I believe it. That's why, like, I love what they said.
I wrote it. I do add copy now. So.
I do add copies now.
It's great. It's great copy. It's great copy.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just like, man, like, it's that ad copy got me thinking, like, how do you represent diversity in America?
The Statue of Liberty is like the other thing, I think. And I don't know
Yeah.
how you do it. You can maybe go black with some of that turquoisey color,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
And maybe like the
Fourth
you know how she
third,
has
yeah.
the spikes, you can maybe do like around this,
Yeah.
like something like that. But outside of that, it's the stars and bars.
That's
you know?
the only way.
Yeah,
and,
I mean,
and the
it's-
eagle, like
yeah.
how
Yeah.
Duane said. I think
know
the other
how-
way you could do it is just put a big ass pot right in the middle of the jersey because we're a melting pot, and that's how you go.
Wow, that's deep. You know how some of Nike's football jerseys, when they get wet, they kind of change color and have a design
Oh
in
yeah.
it. You could do the eagle like that, like across the back or something. That was like, you know, when they get all sweaty by like minute 40.
The minute I see an eagle on the U.S. jersey, I'm just gonna think Mexico.
That cowboy kid. Well, now you've isolated all of your city people. We can't win.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's just like America's so different in so many ways,
Yeah.
and it's hard to have one thing that represents everybody. So the flag is like the only real way to like get everybody united under the whole thing. So
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
yeah, like no, I get what you're saying. Like I always got that. It's just like
The
what other
Washington Monument
symbolism?
is too phallic to do anything with.
And it's boring.
Lincoln Memorial's too complicated.
Too controversial.
Um,
It also like it looks like you're gonna stab yourself if you put the Lincoln Memorial on the front of the jersey.
Now Washington Memorial.
Oh, that's the Washington Memorial. Never mind. Yeah.
Lincoln Memorial is just Lincoln.
Yeah, the big Lincoln statue. Yeah.
but replace it, do the Planet of the Apes one. Whoa,
Ooh.
cool.
What if we just put a pineapple in a pizza and then you get to choose what side you're on?
Whoa, dude. Hell yeah, that's sick.
There's just like I like the only way is like starving and then an eagle because that's. Although
The only
you know what
other
I
thing
would
I
love.
can think of is maybe like a Holly like a turn of the century Hollywood-esque kind of vibe to it,
Yeah.
you know, like old Hollywood kind of vibe. I don't. Maybe I'm just throwing stuff at the wall
So
here. Don't
I
look
have-
at me like how could you do that?
I have a way that I think this could work, and I think this would be dope. If you
Okay.
do the Waldos,
Yeah.
but instead of actually being stripes, the
Okay.
stripes are built of words, but each word is in a different language. So it's like hello in a different language, but it's the Waldos all the way around.
It's a little live, laugh, love for me, but I like where your head's at. Like
I'm
you're
just
getting
trying to see like how do you incorporate it, man? And I think like I know it's like very corny, but I love
That
when
is
the
very
Rapids
corny.
did it. I love when the Rapids did it with the like the season ticket holders, you know? When
That's
they put their
sick.
names
Oh,
all over the
gosh.
jersey, and I thought that was dope. So like it's just like how like Mount Rushmore.
No, not Mount Rushmore. Boo,
There's
terrible.
some bad people on that
Carved,
mountain.
carved horrible people into sacred land. We're not using Mount Rushmore. No, hard out.
Yeah,
Hard
it's just
out.
hard. I think the U.S. just goes with the flag. Just start wearing the flag as your kit every time, and you'll win.
I think what we've
Yeah.
learned today
I'm not giving up the cheeseburger and machine gun
Is that-
motif yet, though.
You
We-
should
we-
though.
we've got a unique and interesting flag, and we should be using it.
Fair.
So, third kit, whatever, get crazy, but
Get weird. That's where the statue color kit comes, or the Statue of Liberty kit comes in.
I wish the World Cup you had a third kit as an alternate, like NBA does. That'd be.
I mean, especially because you only get 3 games, so wear 3
Yeah.
kits.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you're guaranteed 3 games. Wear 3 kits. Might as well sell them. Go for it. Guys, we just did it. We did a whole nother show. How about that? I'm proud of us.
Look
all
at us.
over the
Both of
place.
us
Hey.
here.
Look at us.
You-
I just went to so
Alright.
many places.
Duane, go ahead and plug away, my guy.
Oh man, I don't know.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Plug us away.
Go yeah.
DNVR Twitter, DNVR Sports, DNVR Rapids. Follow us. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. How can we can improve? Give us a review on Apple on all our
5 stars
here podcast
or
only
nothing.
5 stars. I have a shout out to give somebody that gave us a 5-star review.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, I had it up and then I forgot I had it up until I started talking. I want to shout out the Ultimate Rapids / MLS person. Gave us a 5 stars. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Did they say anything or was it just 5 stars?
No, he said something. You want to read it?
What did he say?
Just,
Yeah.
Such a great podcast, especially for this newer Rapids fan. One of my few must-listen podcasts. And it's Viv Savage 303. So shout out them. I really appreciate that. We all really appreciate that. So follow us on Twitter. Follow us wherever you hear your podcast. Give us a 5-star review. We'd really appreciate it.
Hit the thumbs up on the YouTube. If you're going to a Denver sports game or a concert or an event, use the game time link in the show description, please, on any DNVR show, but Rapids is better than the rest of them, so use ours. But that goes a long way for us, really helps us. It's the cheapest place to get tickets, so you should be going there anyways. And if you just go through the link here instead of going anywhere else, it really, 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 really helps support not just DNVR, but All City Network at large. So please, 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 if you're going to buy tickets from them, just click the link here first. It only takes a couple more seconds. I know we're in a world of convenience, but just take that little bit of extra time, baby. Merch,
remember,
get your merch. What?
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, and remember to live, laugh, and love.
Or love, live, and life. It's up to you guys. The triple L's. If you know what Mitch knows what I'm talking about.
I got Mitch. I got him. Got him.
I mean, he's right. You do. Those are the three keys to life.
The triple L's. Come on.
Classic. The 3 L's.
We ain't taking 3 L's no more, boys.
No, I hope it's not 3 L's. God, that'd be a terrible World Cup. Watch the game tomorrow. Follow along. There's my Twitter. Right there.
I changed my handle as well, so if you guys want to find me.
So follow along there tomorrow. We can talk men's national team. We can talk Sammy Vines. We can talk Manchester United, obviously. More important. Just kidding. Let's see. What else? Oh, my God. Please. Please.
Let's go. And then let's get back to stream.
That is what the words should be. Not hello. It should be live, laugh, love in other languages.
Let's go. I'm all for it. I'll buy that. I'll buy that immediately.
Hidden in the red stripes. It says live, laugh, love. And then on the next stripe, it's but first coffee.
But
first coffee.
And
it's just
don't talk to me until I've had my coffee.
It's just all these things that you see like at Ross and TJ Maxx written all over it. Who's the boss girl? I'm the boss girl written all over the kid.
This has gone to such a weird place.
Look, we're a weird podcast. More important.
We're weird people.
Than being weird. More important than Stay Puffed Kids. More important than more important than Game Time. Use the Game Time link and app, please. But more important than machine guns and real tree camo and cheeseburgers. More important than all of that. Up the pits.